been a while since I got a lot of notifications, but all is good. I've been wanting to train since morning, but every time I'm ready to train, something comes up, and then I jump and I go. But then today I was determined to do a little running, so I managed to escape everybody and come to do a little running. It's good for the heart. Come on. Okay, let's increase the speed. How's your day been today? I'm trusting that your day has been good. Mine has been work, more work, but oh, it's good. Like I said, I might have to slow down. I want to send greetings to my brother evangelist Lord Kenya, who is in Chicago right now. He was in New Jersey over the weekend, but right now he's up in Chicago spreading the gospel. So Lord Kenya, God bless you. It is always a joy, to have brothers in the Lord. I've not mentioned your name. It's because I just have to keep running a little bit. When I slow down, I'll give you a shout out, okay? That's it. Come on. Doing a 400-meter lap at 4 minutes. Okay, this is sort of a warm-up, so I'm trying to keep it at a steady pace. Then I'm gonna walk. Okay. Let me see this lap. Alright. I just did 4:14. Hi Abraham Lord. How are you doing? Baby J. How are you doing? Hi, Johnson, how are you doing? Okay. I just did the first 400 lap, but just taking it easy. Take a little breather. Mr. Beta, how are you doing? You still in the office? Or you're on your way home? I bless the Lord for your life. Keep the faith and know that Jesus loves you so much. Okay? Everything will be alright, Mr. Beta. Hallelujah. And I want to go to a dancing school and get my groove back. Alright. Because dancing is very good, actually. It keeps you fit. So, if anybody knows a good dancing school, please let me know, okay? I want to go to a dancing school and get my groove back. Alright. I've just walked for about close to 200 meters. I'm going to run. Alright? You ready? Okay. I'm going to start from the second 200 and see how fast I can run. Okay, here we go. Alright. Increase the speed. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yes, you can. Push. Come on. We're almost there. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Wow. Hi. Yeah, that was a very fast lap of 200. Yeah. Whew. I'm all out of breath. I'm all out of breath. Yeah, I just did very fast 200. You know. Wow. That was a good one. You know, at my age, I have to keep on going. Hi, Rabna, how are you doing? I believe it's the same as Rabna I know in England, right? Alright, God bless you. At my age, I have to keep running so that I can have enough heart pumping. Keep everything going. That's all that I can do. Whew, heart rate is 148/110. Okay. Alright. Hey, I'm not Richard. MP, I'm not Richard. Honorable, how are you, sir? It's always good to see you. My only MP. God bless you. Okay. Let me take a deep breath. Okay, we're gonna run the next 200. All right. See, I have a 400-meter lap that I do. So I do the first 200 running, and then I do the next 200 walking, just to catch my breath. If you keep this regimen, you'll go. Let's go. Ha! Come on. Ha! Ha! Come on. Woo! Come on. Ha! Come on. There's fire on the mountain. Run. There's fire on the mountain. Run. Fire on the mountain. Run. There's fire on the mountain. Run. Come on. Okay, this is a little slow. I'm trying to pump it. Come on. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come on. Woo! Come on. Come on. Ha! Keep it coming. We're almost there. Come on. Woo! Come on. Almost there. Come on. Woo! Yeah. Yes. 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 Woo! Wow, this was a hard one. Oh, yeah. Hey, brother, come now, say, how are you doing? Nana Frimpong, my good friend in England. Nana, how are you, sir? Nana, long time. We've not spoken in years now. I hope you're doing well, my big brother. God bless you. It's always good to see you, Nana Frimpong. God richly bless you in Jesus' name. You know, I have some old friends that I miss so much. And Nana, you know you're one of them. God bless you. Whew, I think my sneakers lace has come off from running so hard. I might have to stop it because I don't want to trip. Okay. God has been so good to us, you know. For some of us, it's always a joy to be able to celebrate the goodness of God in the land of the living and be able okay, on a serious note, I want to know what is going on in Mother Ghana. Just about 2 days ago, I saw a video of people looking for admission for their children at the Independence Square. At the Independence Square. For some of us who are old and were born in Mother Ghana, some of us wrote common entrance, and when you pass, you have 3 schools of your choice and you go. Never have I ever heard that all parents are brought to Independence Square and people are running helter-skelter just so they can get their children into schools. Amafo, please, somebody explain this to me. Are we going forward or we are going backwards? Is Mother Ghana going forward? I mean, I was amazed that you have to gather all the children and their parents and put them under the hot sun. There was a case where a parent is interviewed and he says his 15-year-old son has been given a posting to WA. Posting to WA, a 15-year-old boy. And this boy is going to WA to become a day student. I mean, how is that possible? It beats logic. So the guy who was interviewing the man said, but can't you rent him a room? How do you rent a 15-year-old boy a room in a town that he does not know anybody there? And expect the boy to go to school, come back and cook his own meals and take care of himself at the age of 15. I mean, come on. Can somebody explain this to me? I'm not doing politics. I don't belong to any of the political parties because I don't even have a vote. Okay? But my question is, we had gone through the school system in Ghana before, and I'm sure most of you watching have gone through the school system. But our parents did not end up at the Independence Square. The Independence Square is for, occasions where we celebrate things in the Independence Square, but school placement is done at the Independence Square. And you know the sad thing that I even saw that broke my heart is that about 200 parents and their kids had to sleep at the Independence Square because they didn't get the admission and had to wait for the next day. So they had traveled from all over the country. They didn't have any accommodation, so they had to sleep at the Independence Square. And guess what? They turned the night they were spending there into a prayer night, an all-night prayer with the parents clapping their hands and praying. Why? All because they want a place for their children in the school. What is that got to do with God? What is that got to do with God? That in the middle of the night, when God is taking care of serious issues around the world, people in Mother Ghana are at the Independence Square, not by their own doing, by the design of the Ghana Education Service. That these poor men and women plus their children are in this open place praying to God and begging the Almighty God that come the next morning their children must have a school to go to. I mean, you send a child who comes from Winneba and you send that child to WA as a day student. I mean, my people, are Ghanaians serious at all? As a nation? Hey, sometimes when you talk about these things, people say you are doing politics. This is not NDC, this is not MPP. Whoever came up with this idea of sending children into that Independence Square to go and pray so they could get schools. I mean, come on, man. Come on. Somebody talk to me. Hey, Mr. Hammer, how are you doing? Mr. Hammer say that again, Bishop. Lack of knowledge, my people perish. I mean, come on, man. We all went through school system in Ghana. So 2019, parents have to take their wards to Independence Square so that they can send somebody to Nyankpanduri GES or SSS as a day student when that child is from Pram in the Greater Accra region. What is wrong with Ghana? What is wrong? Sometimes I think God sits up on his throne and he says, what is wrong with a black man? When Kwame Nkrumah said that the black man is capable of managing his own affairs, is this the management? Somebody, I mean, come on. Don't we just care about the future of these children? There was a woman who was weeping. He says, my child got 88888 and didn't get a boarding school. And some people who got 35 have been put into secondary schools. The woman was weeping, uncontrollable. See, when I start talking about Ghana, I can't even run anymore. The problems are just too much. I can't even run. What is wrong? What is wrong with the leadership? Most people who are taking these decisions were people who went to secondary schools, went to boarding houses. Okay? If somebody has a day student, then that person lives with their parents and will go and come back home, coming to their parents. But if you send a 13-year-old boy, a 15-year-old boy to Nyankpanduri in the north, and their mother is in Chichire somewhere, how is that possible? How does that make sense? Have we lost it totally in 2019? Have we just lost our minds? What is wrong with Ghana? What is wrong? I was talking to one of the parents who says, well, they do that so they can collect monies from the parents. Somebody was telling me they had to pay 20 million to get, they live in Accra, and then they send their daughter to the Brona-Hafo region somewhere. So they had to go and pay money before they got St. Rose's for their daughter. Is it St. Rose's? St. Mary's, the one by Kolibu. St. Mary's. So can you imagine that? So if your parent does not have the money to pay, then it means that that child is going to be sent to Kodobeda Senior High School. Kodobeda is behind Shushui. As a single, I don't even know. You have to follow your child and go and rent a single room for that child and do what? Buy stove and cooking utensils for the 14-year-old girl so that she can go and live there by herself and go to school. Ghanaians, are we correct? What is wrong with us? 2019. This is how we want to educate our children in 2019. That parents have to run at the Independence Square with their children. Some are pregnant women running so they can be in a queue so that their child who has qualified to go to high school can get admission. Oh, that thing. Why? In 2019. So are we progressing or retrogressing as a nation? My exercise I can't do again, because when I start to think about Mother Ghana, it is total sadness. In this day and age. In this day and age. When people can sit comfortably behind their computers and apply for the schools they want, we have to gather the people at hey, ready? Eh? Just a moment, you know, God is tired of black people. Why? Why? And I'm man cry or I think, what is wrong with the black man? Can't we just do things right? A system that has been there since independence. That this is how we go to school. Write your entry examination. You pass, then the school that you chose, you see that they accept you, or you get the second best school. You go. School of your choice. Family members determine, and then they know. It is the Ghana Education Service that has to do postings of your children. And give you, do you see the application of the child or not? Do you see the application? So common sense doesn't tell you, say, Sakolano, I won't cry. Now, person didn't cook Masia. That Kola has to go to a boarding school. How do you take somebody's 12-year-old, 13-year-old from Tamale and send them to secondary and go and tell them, say, one day student in secondary? How does that make sense? How does that make sense? And all these people are supposed to be educated people in charge of the education in Ghana. Shame, 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 shame. Like my sister is saying, this is ridiculous. Shame. If my president calls you shithole, people say they don't understand. We can say that ourselves, who can shithole? Isn't it shame? Aden, Ghana for aden. Na muguni penny masi gunya mieni masi. Eh? Aden. Inti mudam just enko 4 years our decisions. One mudam one akete so ana. And I won't for muti into sumi so. What is wrong? Meanwhile, your own children, you will not do that to your own children. Your children will be the first people to get admission to, secondary school boarding houses. There's another thing that somebody told me yesterday. That one cried, I was even amazed more. Now listen to this very carefully. I was told that they will pick the bright or the brilliant children. Woman now into one school, and then the not so brilliant children. Let me slow this down because this is important. So let me training them. Say, "Baby, I have baby. Okay, I have just 1 more minute maybe." So let me repeat what I was told yesterday. That they will take all the brilliant children and put them in the first class schools. Okay. And then they will put not so brilliant children or in another school. So there's no cutoff. Okay. But some of us, when we went to school, we had brilliant kids or schoolmates who were good in certain subjects. And then they were not so good in other subjects. Then vice versa. So what we used to do is that we trade studies. If I'm good in English, I help you, and then you in turn will help me in math. And this is how we were able to learn. There were those who were very fast when it came to math, but when it comes to the written word, they were not. We would teach them. And this is how we got through. So my question is, if you put all the brilliant students in one school and you put all the not so brilliant in another school, what are you doing to the children? Because at the end of the day, those children who are in the school that are not so brilliant will all come out bad. Okay? Because kids learn from one another. Kids learn from one another. They go to the boarding school, they make friends, they learn from one another. But once that separate woman, I could go one part. And now, you see, everything about our society is just wicked. Everything about our society. People are so selfish to a point, say, even educating the children and Numpun is done in selfishness. So and then go school, papa. Now so that they can rule the country, so that they will be in positions. And then you have the majority of the poor children suffering. Why are we so wicked? I don't need to things. So you don't think that there's a poor child there somewhere who also deserves to learn? If given the same chance and opportunity to go to the same school that your children are going, that child would also become somebody in future. That is not important. No. Everything is selfishness. It just has to be yang and manhwa. I'm sure Mother Ghana just bleeds every single day. And just think about this. That mothers, pregnant women are running at Independence Square looking for a school for their children. Ubia Befi, Bremen Sikuma. Bremen Sikuma will say, Nebana ya man so from Bremen Sikuma. Edene ko your friend saying Brekum Secondary School in the Brona Hafo. How is that child going to survive as a day student of Brekum Secondary School? And then these people call themselves educators and intellectuals. Oh, I think. Okay, somebody will come saying that, hey, we are politics. This is not politics. This is just common sense. We all went to school in Ghana. I went to my secondary school in West Africa. The time it was in Accra, Newtown. But guess where I lived? I lived at Kokomemle. Though was had a small boarding house just behind the filling station. But I was a day student. Minantefa Malatechi wa Nami was. I didn't have any problem with anybody. But to send a 12-year-old boy, a 13-year-old girl, say a day student in a town that they don't know anybody in as a day student, who came up with that idea? This is selfishness and wickedness in the highest order. Why are we so wicked? I'm done with this exercise. Let me just ask. Let me read some of your comments. Can I read some of your comments? Yes, okay, let me bring it down. Brother Hammer. Yes, Brother says, you are so right. Sister Julia says, how is this possible? Then Brother Hammer says, I spoke to the minister before he came to be an MP. I told him of the low productivity in Ghana as a result of the construction of roads on broad daylight, and he told me it's true. Okay, you have some more. Let me see if I can punch in and read all your comments. Okay, let me take it. He told me it's true. So when he comes to power, he will see to that it's done at night. but he failed on his promise. Lot of backward things. Thank you, Brother Hammer. I just wanted to read this. If you have a comment that you want to put concerning this educational thing, still, he says selfish will kill black people, especially Africans. Wow, Kwame Miki. I mean, you say that again, brother. This doesn't make any sense. Of course, it doesn't make any sense. How do you put a child or co school? You put that child in Navrongo Secondary School when that child is from Cape Coast and does not know anybody in Navrongo. We say Akolani nko Navrongo no koye day student in Navrongo. I mean, who came up with this? My point is that we all grew up in this system where we had day students in schools where we know for a fact the people in the surrounding area where you can just walk and come back and help your mother at home and come and fetch water at home for your mother and cook for your mother and get something to eat. Then you go instead. Look, there were schools where even the day students, somehow will come to prep in the school and still go home and come back the next morning. What I say? Okay. Just because they came from the town. They were the town folks. But why they can't ask me say Abofra wedi 12 years. Our trial exams are passing. That Abofra should be posted to Navrongo Secondary School and then Papa and Mami Cape Coast. Ghana for what has become of this? Kwame, you say it was so sad when I saw the people running at Independence Square. Me just say, Obia who saw video ni bia enye ware ho no. I say, you don't just have any feelings for people. Ghana for why? Dabena, just say say people are brought to Independence Square, including pregnant women who just want education for their children. Ghana for. Are we serious as people? And this has nothing to do with politics. Are we just serious? Are we just serious? Huh? My sister says corruption in the school. So how are we going to get rid of corruption if this is all that we do? It's just based on the fact that somebody wants somebody to come and pay bribe. Asana Yamaubano, the school they deserve. It is only pani nisika of habit to your bribe. Do you know, say, America schools, and I'm going to tell you this thing very quickly. American schools have scholarship for athletes and their sports department. So if you know how to play football or if you can run, okay, if you do track and field, they have scholarship. Students, foreign students to come to their colleges and to their schools to come and study for free, full scholarship. Do you know what happens? When they send these things to Ghana through the Ghana Sports Council, say, we have schools here in America for them to come to the school. Okay, all they have to do is to be able to do this record. Okay, to say if it's 100 meters, they have a record that you should make. If you are able to make that record, you qualify. Say scholarships number because somebody there at the sports council. Okay, say Yata fita boom. Yata can do this time. No afraid Yata say kokache papa no mama say. Scholarship into face camera. If Yata's parents does not have the money to give to these people in charge of the scholarship, when say to meet Robert schools, I say, we don't have anybody that qualifies because Echna Yata will come and live in America and have education in America and Obabe Shen Nema Minimum Nebusha Fontino. That person who is sitting at the sports council says, damn. We don't have anybody. Until say go there and go corner. Na scholarship, na shit. You see how wicked our people are. So wicked. Nipa enye 24/7. Iba bibini or down that just with deep bonny. This is how wicked. Say what this scholarship, no? Ebema somebody that does not come from their family. Then they are prepared to let that scholarship die. To be person, a big good office owner say. Because we'll be a money seeker. Why are we so wicked as a people? Why? And can you make sure or mind Ghana with everything you can possibly think about? But look at the country. When Jesus died on the cross, what did he say? He said, "It is finished." Everything that we need to make our lives better, he has given it to us right here. Yes, still we are suffering. Bob Marley once said, he says, "In the abundance of water, yet the fool is thirsty." In the abundance of water, yet the fool is thirsty. Just say, "What in you? I'm a Geeman in Sucom Edo." It's what in you. In such a way, in so etwa ho ahia enso abroni beyenti enso kom de ukromufo. Why Ghana for adding? Why don't we think about the better good of the nation? Now one are paying for Nam Independence Square running helter skelter so they can get their awards into the secondary school. Meanwhile, some people went to secondary school boarding for free. On scholarships, CMB scholarships, name it. Meanwhile, a queer phone pa, one do cocoa no ma, cocoa marketing body, one mampo and yebi. A brony bay. Look, I can say this till tomorrow morning. But one day, I keep saying one day, you're sorry, no? MBBS was our mind. Just one day. They should keep on keeping on. One day we'll wake up and there's a change. One day it will happen. So you can fool some people for some time, but you can't fool other people all the time. One day, you better bring an BBS. Because we can't go on like this. We just can't go on like this as a people. Copem Dabbing 2019, and you have people gathered in the Independence Square looking for admission for their children. And you have men and women crying over school. Oh, one day, I keep saying it, and that's my prayer, and I'll keep praying. One day, mark this. I'm not a prophet of doom, but one day, you see, because when you keep pushing people and keep pushing people, a time will come. One day, we'll wake up. Let me be a see. Because that's the only way things will change. That's the only way. Because there are some people who have taken that country like their own property. Hey, Chicken Che. God bless you, my brother. There are some people who have taken Ghana hostage. The Ghana shown kotukum. What I say? There are some people who have taken Ghana hostage and think so. Apart from Munkwa. All right. Look at the suffering of the people. Look at the suffering of the people. People who just want to educate their children have to suffer like this. I gotta go now. What time is it? I think it's about 7 o'clock here. All right, I'm gonna have to run. Listen, I love you to the max. Stay blessed, no stress. My name is the G. I love you to the max, but it's sad. Ghana for my mom pile, because this must stop. This just say but this has got to stop. I love you all. By some exercise kakra. Because for Ghana, I'm not even able to do it I love you to the max. Stay blessed, no stress, and let's keep on praying. What I say, yanka say ni nyame be. Nyame wa yen obeye wi. Ni aka no, we need to set up talk. This is not NDC MPP issue. This is our issue. Say you won't be today you have the ability to be on social media. Say it like it is. Don't be afraid. Say it, because one day posterity will judge us. Say, can you not too much? Yamin come home, Shrao. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm out like that. Bye.